Well, did I make the right choice? The answer is hello and welcome to yet another unboxing, or should I call it unpackaging episode, only here at Jay&Jane Photography. This time we're going to unbox a microSD card. It's a Samsung EVO Plus 128GB microSD. We're going to figure out how it will perform in my camera. And it's specified at a read speed of 100 Mbps, write speed at 60 Mbps. You know, if you're a photographer or videographer, what's more important to you usually is the write speed, how many photos you can save in your card in every second. You know, so we're going to test it out and run some tests on my mobile phone as well. So you're gonna have an idea how fast this card can go in terms of transferring data. So here's the packaging. There's a bubble wrap. Okay, the name of the store is Infinity Gadgets. Okay, they say thank you. Wow, very nice note there. Good news, I got what I ordered. And here it is. And here it is. Okay, 128GB, SD adapter included. It's good for 4K cameras, although I don't use 4K yet. You're gonna have an idea how fast this can go by shooting raw photos. Okay, that's what exactly we're gonna do. And also I'm gonna use a disk checker using my Green card reader and my Oppo F5 phone. So the results might vary depending on the type of phone, card reader, you know, and the software you use for testing. But basically, we're gonna compare two cards today. One is a Lexar. This is a Lexar Pro Class 10. It's a SDHC, so it's only Class 10. Reads at 95 Mbps. So we're going to compare the speed of this card with the Samsung EVO Plus. In a whole another video, we might discuss whether using an adapter can slow down the card or increase the possibility of you know, corrupting your data. But you know, that's going to be for another video. Okay, so for now we're just going to compare the read and write speeds. I might also test it on my PC, so just stick around. You're gonna see the results in a moment. Okay, now opening up the package. So far so good. They're nicely sealed in this package. I almost lost it, but here it is. Now inserting it to the adapter. Okay, nice and tight. Okay, I bought cheaper memory cards, and one problem I noticed is it's probably a fake SanDisk where the adapter was too thick for my camera. Couldn't even pull it out with my fingers. I had to use something to pull it out, you know, like a pair of tweezers. It's an indication that it's a fake, but nonetheless, the adapter functioned very well after I sanded one side to make it thinner. So hopefully this is authentic. My brother also has an experience with Infinity Gadgets, and he said he got authentic cards from them already. So this is not sponsored, by the way. And now here we're going to test it. First, I'm going to test the Lexar card with my 1300D. It only takes photos at 3 frames per second, and with this Lexar card, when shooting raw photos, it's kind of slow. It's really slow, in fact. So if you snap a photo, let's see how fast you can see it on the screen. Okay, less than a second. In a split second, you can see what you took. Now I'm going to take 3 photos in a row. Okay, black screen for about 4 seconds. Now I'm going to take 5. Okay, it started to slow down because it ran out of buffer. And still on the black screen. Now you see the screen. It's ready to show the photo. Okay, it's really slow when shooting action or events. So we're going to compare it now with the Samsung EVO Plus. Okay, so far it read the card, no image. But just to make sure, I'm going to format it. It's common advice to format the card before using it to make sure it's going to perform at its full speed. Now I have the Samsung EVO Plus in the camera and formatted. Let's see how fast it can take photos. 5 shots. Okay, just about the same speed. There's a consideration here that it could be that it's slow writing. The camera itself is slow writing or transferring data. So let me try taking 3 shots this time. Okay, not bad. So we can presume that it finished writing after 3 seconds, those 3 photos. Now with the Lexar, it's 32 gigabytes by the way. Let's see how fast we can see the photos. It takes longer. Yeah, more than 4 seconds. That's just my estimate, but I felt it's much longer. Okay, this time about 3 seconds. So the result can also vary depending on how fast the camera can write it. Now, the ultimate test actually is using an app. Right now I'm going to use the CPDT cross-platform disk tester. Just going to record my screen for you. Okay, now I have CPDT and I have the Lexar card attached to my card reader. I forgot to turn on the OTG connection, so I'm gonna have to restart the app so it will detect the OTG. Okay, now it has detected the card, 16 gigabytes free. Okay, now it's running, warming up. Okay, sequential write, it's running at around 14 megabytes per second. So that's the speed I usually get when using standard SD cards or micro SD cards, class 10. Okay. Class 10 is good for HD video recording, not for 4K. And I decided to upgrade because when taking photos, it takes a long time to display. Okay, also, I'm gonna test it with the 80D I'm using to film this video. You know what, I'm gonna test it right now so I can tell you the results. You know, while it's testing on my phone, now I'm gonna see how fast my Canon 80D can write the photos into this card. Okay, now I'm done testing it with the 80D, and so far I've seen a little difference. It can help display the photos faster after taking 7 or 8 photos in 1 second. You know, you can see the photos 1 second faster when using this card. So there's a huge benefit to it when you're shooting multiple photos in burst mode or high-speed shooting mode. And 1 second is a great difference, by the way. And I don't usually shoot that many photos. When you shoot about only 3 shots or 4, you can immediately see the photos when using a faster card. And also, it ensures that your video recording won't stop even if you're shooting at 60 FPS Full HD, you know. And it's specified for 4K, so you have a lot of leeway if you're only going to use it for HD. You can't go wrong with this card. And if you're going to use it on your phone, you're going to enjoy faster writing speeds and read speeds as well. So we're now going to check the results of the Lexar. The sequential write registered 14 megabytes per second, read at 31.7 megabytes per second, but it could be the limitation of this phone. It can read up to 70 on my PC when you transfer files. You know, you can see it in Windows when transferring files. That's what I expect from this card. So I'm gonna remove the Lexar from my card reader now. So now it registers the Samsung EVO Plus card, 117 gigs free space. So far it's writing at less than 30 megabytes per second. I'm expecting a little bit faster speeds than this. That's probably why I didn't see lots of difference, but we'll find out. I'll try to write and read files on the PC as well, just to be sure. While it is testing, I'm going to review the product with you. Just bear with me for a second. Okay, it's SDXC, and the other card I'm using is SDSC. So it's supposed to be faster, but you know, there are publications saying that it's just the same as class 10, although the write speed is specified 60 Mbps and the read speed is 100. Well, good thing is I'm not using 4K, so it's guaranteed to work for my purpose. And in terms of writing multiple photos, tested a little bit faster Okay, so that's all that there is. And there's a variant of this which has a write speed of 90 Mbps. So if you need a faster card, you go get that one. Okay, I'm saying that based on the tests we have done so far, but I'm going to test them head to head with random files and see how fast they perform on a PC. Okay, it registered sequential write speed at 26.9 Mbps. So this time it's going to be Lexar 32GB versus the Samsung EVO Plus 128GB on a PC. I got both cards plugged in, one to the microSD card slot and one to the SD card slot on the same card reader, but I'm going to copy and write data one at a time. So what's more important is the write speed actually. Let's start writing a file here. It's 1.42 gigabytes. Let's write it here. So it's the Lexar card. Interesting, it's faster on a PC. Now I'm writing on the Samsung EVO Plus. Okay, looks great. The speed is 60 Mbps exactly. And it can sustain that speed. It's still writing at 60 using a USB 3.0 port. That relieves me because I didn't notice much of a difference when writing photos using a camera. I mean, the camera could be slow writing files on the card. I don't know for sure. So please comment below. What do you think made the performance somewhat identical between the Lexar and the Samsung EVO Plus? Okay, the Lexar is slower on PC. The EVO Plus is much faster at 60 Mbps. That's exactly what I expect. So, and now I'm going to run a read test, a practical read test. I'm going to copy the file and move it to the desktop of my PC. Drive G is the Lexar, the 32 gig card. Okay, it's reading at around 30 Mbps. It's much faster in the beginning, which is typical. Even for USB drives, they slow down quite a bit after some time. Read test with the Samsung EVO Plus 128 gig. Let's copy that again, paste it here, replace the file, yes. Okay, now it's reading at, it was reading at 90, down to 30, back to 60, 70. Okay. You can see it real time, so you're gonna have a feel for it, how long you're gonna wait if you're gonna transfer a file back and forth. You know, if it's more than a gig, you're gonna have to wait a few seconds to a couple of minutes. There are more scientific tests that you can try, more apps to choose from, but we don't need, you know, to be that precise. I just want to show you how it performs practically when transferring large files. So far, so good. It's a little bit faster than the Lexar when reading, and what's more important is writing. It's very consistent when writing at 60 Mbps, which I'm so happy about. So my conclusion to this is even if I get an even faster card, a 90 Mbps write speed card, and use it, I will not benefit anymore from it because I'm not using 4K. And you know, with the 60 Mbps write speed, I didn't notice much of a difference when shooting raw photos. You know, it still takes some time before you can see the photos because the camera has probably filled its buffer and still writing the files on the card. Well, did I make the right choice? The answer is yes. Okay, for my purpose, this card is a winner. And if you need a faster card again when using 4K and when you have a higher end camera that can shoot faster, you better go with the Samsung EVO Plus, which is a variant, you know, of the same brand, and which can write up to 90 Mbps. What do you think? Is this card right for you already? Are you gonna use it on your phone or camera? Please comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. We're gonna conduct more tests with really cheap gadgets and affordable options for your photography and videography needs. Please check the cards up there to see more videos from Jay&Jane Photography. And thanks for watching. Until next time, bye!